Hi. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. So that's a good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the globe. Thank you all for joining us today. So we are just still waiting for quite a few more people to join us today. So let's just give them a minute. And for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Anne, and I'm part of the customer success team here at Sendible. I'll be joined by Costa in a bit, and he'll also do some presentation, and he'll also help me answering some of your questions. So he's from our support team, definitely one of our superstars there, so you can throw in those questions in a bit. And for today, we'll be talking about Sendible's tasks and approvals. So that includes how to set up an approval workflow, approving and rejecting posts for approval, and how to assign tasks from the priority inbox and the keyword alerts, of course. We will answer your questions on the second part of the webinar, but to allow me to present topics, today's topic for the first half of this session. Now, for a little housekeeping, notice that you have the chat option there on the right-hand side of the screen. So that is for you to engage with others. You can just post your replies there, or even just say hi, just like what Pete said. And Costa, hi. Hello there. Hi, everyone. So also on the left side of that chat option there, we have the questions tab. Now that's where you're going to put all your questions. Hopefully, they're just all related to our topic today. Please do keep them relevant to approvals and tasks. So if you have any questions not related to today's topic, feel free to reach out to our support team for those. And of course, for those who have attended our webinars before, you do know that we love starting this off with an icebreaker. So you can you can post your replies and your answers in our chat box. And our icebreaker for today is, what fruit or vegetable represents your mood today? Okay, I'm gonna start off. For me, I'm gonna pick a cool cucumber. So I'm feeling cool right now, and I want to feel so helpful right now because you can put a cucumber in your detox water, or maybe put them in your eyes to get rid of those dark circles. So ladies probably could relate to me in that one. So your answers, go ahead. Pete, he would be a tomato. Yes, I did see you earlier on a meeting, Pete. Tomato is definitely your mood for today. Absolutely. Okay, anyone else thinking of any fruit or vegetable about, how they feel out today? Any mood? So just keep posting your replies there. I'll go back to it. I'll just share my zucchini, because why not? Of course, you could, Costa. What else? It could be any vegetable or any fruit, of course, with your personality. So just keep those answers coming. I'll be sharing my screen here so that we can get started. Okay. There you go. All right, so as you can see, I have 3 tabs here because I'll be using an admin, a member, and a client account, just to show you how it looks like when it comes to approvals, rejecting the post, and whatnot. Okay, so approvals, this really depends on your company if you want to require a specific user to get an approval first before they can schedule a post. So it totally depends on you. So by default, that is not enabled. So they can just post unless you require them to get an approval. So if you're an admin, you can set that approval workflow. So I'm going to show you how that's done. So I'm now logged in on this first account, which is my own account, and I'm an admin, as you can see. Now I'm managing a team member named Jenny and also a client AIDS group. So if I go to Jenny, I have to focus on the workflow because I've set this up all correctly, but I need to go to workflow and notice that the needs approval before publishing is set to no by default. So when you create a member account or a client account or even an admin account, this will always be set to no. Now, if you're requiring them to get an approval from you first or from anyone else across the board, just click on yes. And then you can pick the name of the user that needs to approve the post of Jenny. So in this case, I want to put myself as the approver for my team member, Jenny. Take note that at the moment, we do not have the multi-level approval. So you can only pick one name that can approve the post. Take note as well that you can still submit the content that you approve for another approval, which I'm going to show you in a bit. But for now, let's just focus on this first approver and then update the user. So now I'm going to Jenny's account. So this is Jenny's account. Let me just refresh it just to make sure that the changes will take effect. Now I'll be posting something that is supposed to come out in a couple of days. So let me just pick a profile, and it's a great day. I want to post this. And then I'll pick maybe an image from my computer. Okay. Now, since I am now required as Jenny, I am required to get an approval before I can schedule a post. Notice that I don't have the option here to send it now or to schedule it. I only have the option to send it for approval. But of course, the save option is here as well. Now, I can send this for approval, or I can just pick a date here first, and then maybe I want this to go out on the 5th of July, and then set this to go out probably at 8:20 a.m. Now, I'm going to send this for approval, and I don't have any other choice or other options, but only and, because I only have one person that can approve my post. So I'm going to leave a note. Please check and approve. Now, once I click on send for approval, and which is the admin and the approver will get an email notification that there's a post for her to approve. Now, if I may go back to my own account, which is, of course, an admin account, I'll also get that notification from here. As you can see, your task has been updated. Jenny, which is a member, has commented on a task, or this was earlier, I guess. And I can also get that if I go to task. So if I, aside from the email, I'll get that under my tasks here. So it's not only post approval that will go to task, also things that has been assigned to you from the priority inbox and also from the keyword alert, which I'll be talking about in a bit. Now from this page, you can see for me and for others. So for me, these are the tasks that are assigned to me that I need to take action. While for others, these are the, since I'm an admin, I can technically view the tasks for others as well and take action for them. And for Jenny, she can also view for others and only view those dashboards that are also allowed for her to see. Now, in this case, I can see the note of Jenny. So this is an internal comment here. So I can just leave a note. Can I add some hashtags? I leave a comment. And if I go back to Jenny, and this will be for others because it was assigned for Anne, then Jenny can see the comment from here. Okay, I didn't spell that correctly. Now, if I go back, yes, please, please. So I can now add approve or reject this. So I click this, and I have the opportunity to edit. So I said, I'm going to add some tags. So be happy. Life. So I can even change the date and time when it's going to go out. Totally up to me. Now, I can reject this as well, but if I do that, I have to leave a note why I'm rejecting it. So ideally, leave a note so that Jenny would know why you're rejecting the post. Then just click on OK. So if I reject this, she'll be notified for the reason why it's being rejected. And then she can also reply and resubmit and make changes and resubmit it for another approval. Now, notice that there's also another option here for me to send for approval. So this is what I was talking about earlier. If you want, like if you edited maybe, or if you didn't edit, but it looks good for you, but you want someone to approve it as well, then maybe you can find the right person. Please check this. And it's good for me. I'll send it for approval. So I'm going to go now to ACE. This is ACE account. So let me refresh. So ACE will get a notification as well by email, and we'll get that under task. And as you can see, I've sent this to ACE so that she can approve this. Now, ACE can approve and reject. She can also do some edits as well if needed. And she can just approve and send. Now, take note that this is, well, time is critical, because if you approve this late, like if this is supposed to go out yesterday and you just approve this today, it won't go out anymore because it already passed the scheduled date and time, right? So that really makes sense. So if I approve and send this, now it will be seen on the calendar. Let's go to the calendar. Where did that? Let's go to the calendar of Jenny. There you go. It is now set as scheduled. So there you go. Other things that you could do. If you get rejected, you'll see this thumbs down. So it has been rejected, and you can leave comments as well, and then you can resubmit after you make some edits. Other things that you can receive under task would be stuff from priority inbox. So as you know, priority inbox houses all the engagement like messages, DMs, and whatnot. So any engagement that would be coming from your post will go here. So let's just say this is a DM for a Facebook Messenger. And you can assign this by clicking these three dots. Select assign, then pick maybe Jenny. Please reply to this customer. Then click on assign. Now Jenny will also get a notification via email, and she'll also get that here on her account. So it looks like it's supposed to be for me. Hold on. I go for me. It's product effective. Please reply. So I could reply from here if this is, of course, on Facebook. There you go. So me as Jenny, I can reply from here. I can even send this for approval first because, of course, I need an approval before I can post. Even for responses, I need an approval because that has been set on the approval workflow. Other things that can be assigned to you would be, well, also on social feeds. So this is essentially just a replica of your Facebook pages and your social profiles. But you can assign, let me just show you how that's done. So, okay, this one, there's a comment here. Do you have this in your store? I can also assign this. Let's just all assign this to Jenny. Jenny is a very, very hardworking lady. So please reply to this comment. So Jenny will also get this under her account, under task. So she can reply to this. The last part would be keyword alerts. So if you have set keyword alerts for social listening, so you can definitely assign any specific tweets or entries here by simply clicking the three dots. So maybe you want to assign this. And then you can assign this. Let's just assign this to Jenny again. And this is not a happy client. Please reply. Okay, I've assigned a lot to Jenny. So let's go back to Jenny's account. So yeah, it's here. It's all here. I'm asking her to reply to these comments and these messages. So she'll get notifications. She can reply from here. She can mark it as done once she has replied so that it will go away like this. So she can pick that again from the done filter here. And let me see what else. I think that's pretty much it. One thing to note, try not to delete the task if you feel like you still need to work on this. We suggest that you just click on reject so that you can leave some notes and Jenny can probably edit and make some adjustments, and then she can resend or resubmit it for approval. So that's pretty much it. There are a lot other things that will be discussed by Costa So I'm going to invite Costa over so that he can take the floor and, of course, answer some questions.
Hello.
Hey.
So one small correction, Anne.
Mhm.
You've covered pretty much everything, so there's not that much left for me to discuss. So, but I do have one question from Liz Legrand,
Mhm.
and it's a really good question actually. Liz is asking, where does a post go if it's approved past the schedule date? Is there a way to easily reschedule posts that are approved late? So that
Good
is actually
question.
a really good question.
Yep.
Short answer is, if something is sent to you for approval for the previous Monday and you only notice it the next Tuesday, the moment you approve it, it's going to be sent out. That's the short answer. However, let's take a closer look at our dashboard. Okay, so there we go. So let's take a look at a couple of tasks. So publish tasks. And let's take a look at something that was supposed to go out on the 22nd of December. Or actually, no, that was received on the 22nd of December. And it's supposed to go out on the 30th of June. That doesn't do. But either way, let's say that this was scheduled to go out on the 30th of February. Doesn't matter. The moment you go to that task and you click on review and approve, you can change the date so that you can schedule it for a future date, 6th of July, and approve it that way. I can't approve this one because it doesn't have a group, but I can approve it that way. And that way, when I click on approve and send, it's not going to be sent out. It'll just be scheduled to go out on the 6th of July. So that's that one. I'll wait for a couple of more questions. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, let's cover a couple of pro tips.
Yes.
So one question oh wait, hold on. Okay. You're most welcome, Liz.
Totally.
So one thing that we're always asked about is it's something that is currently a feature request, and I will add a link to that in our chat very shortly. But we have users asking if they can send posts for approval to their clients who don't have access to the dashboard. So say, for example, I have 2 users on my plan, and I'd like to be able to send something for approval to my client who doesn't have access to my Sendible account. I don't want to set them up that way, but I would like them to send. I would like to send them a post for approval every now and then, just so that they can see what it looks like. So it's not directly possible, as in it's not something that has been made available. Like I said, it is a feature request, but with a little bit of trickery, you can use the dashboard in order to get that done. Now, when I say trickery, this is what I mean. You're going to have to set them up as a user. So say, for example, oh wait, oh, well, I have to upgrade my account. So let's just manage my users and say we're setting up a new user. Let me delete this one. Delete user. Bye-bye testing. You served me well. New user. So please enter only text or numbers. Oh, that's the name of my new user, Gegger. And that's their email address, and it's the name of the user account. So create user. So that is the email address that belongs to my client. Excellent. They don't need to know I set up that user. Now, I have a user account which is registered to my client's email address. So now, when I go and create a post for that profile, I can send it for approval to, there he is, Greg. And I can send him that post for approval. And now he's going to receive an email saying, Your admin, or Lancaster Marin in this case, has sent you a post for approval. Would you like to take a look, approve, and reject it? Now, this is what the email is going to look like. They open it up and it says, this user sent you something for approval. It's going to show them like a little preview of what it looks like. This is a previous post, a previous task that I had sent myself. There's no images attached, but they can click on approve or reject. And when they click on approve or reject, it's going to take them over to this page where they can just reject or approve and schedule. Mind you, the little caveat here is that there is a view my tasks button, which if they click on, is going to take them to the login screen. But to be absolutely honest, the 3 users that have used this workaround in the past have never found this to be a problem. No one ever clicks on view my tasks. Everyone always just clicks on approve and schedule or reject, in which case they can add a note saying, don't like the image, or please capitalize that letter. Now, you can do that in your dashboard. Normally, the way I just did it, go to the compose box, create the post, and send the post for approval to that user. However, please do not create posts in bulk. So using the bulk composer, and you can create 20 posts in here and schedule them or import for approval. However, bear in mind that if you do that, your user is actually going to receive an email saying your admin sent you this many posts that they'd like you to approve. And when they click on approve or reject messages, it's actually going to take them straight to the login screen. In the task section, if they're logged in, it'll take them to the task section, but they're not going to be logged in. So it's just going to take them to the login screen. And that's when they're not going to be able to view them. So if you're going to send them stuff, do each post individually. And that way, when it's approved, it'll just show up in your dashboard. All done. So that's a little pro tip.
It's good. That's a good tip.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Like I said, Anne, you pretty much covered everything.
Any other questions, guys? Pop them in to our questions tab.
We don't want to do the going once, going twice thing, but if you have questions,
no questions,
light them up.
Okay. So
told you covered everything.
Okay, but do reach out to us just in case you'll have any questions or any follow-up. But definitely, we'd like to thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thanks also to Costa for helping us out with those burning questions. And for next week, we will discuss tagging of profiles and also adding hashtags in the compose box. So Pete will be facilitating that webinar together with Sarah from the support team. Again, that's on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I think we already sent the webinar sessions for next month. So I believe everyone should have received that already. So do sign up for those so that you can join again the webinars for next month. And if you have any questions or suggestions on what topics that we could discuss on future webinars, you can shoot us an email at success@sendible.com. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Now.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.